Hello my dear children, a very warm welcome to you all. So children, today we are not going to do a lesson or we are not going to do a poem too. It's just the exercises we are going to do that. So children, we have done the Little Duckling and the Raindrops poem in the earlier classes. So today it's only the exercises. You can keep your book ready, the English reader book ready. So the Little Duckling, do you remember the story? A very nice story about a little duckling. So children, page number 8, keep it ready. Now children, let's look at the exercises. Exercise A. Who said these words and to whom? Write their names on the blanks, that is in the textbook. You can do all these in the textbook. So children, then first one, you need strong feet like mine. Do you remember who said this? No? Let me show it to you. So, who said to whom? Here. You need strong feet like mine. Do you have strong feet? Who said it? It was the sparrow. So, sparrow said it to the ducky. So, let's write sparrow to ducky. Sparrow said it to ducky. Now, number 2. I wish I could hop like you. Who said this? Someone wanted to hop like a rabbit. So, let's see who said it. I'll show you the story. I wish I could hop like you. So, that was Ducky who said it to the rabbit. So, let's write Ducky and to the rabbit. Number 3. Do you have sharp claws? Again, do you remember? Let's go to the story. I wish I could scratch for worms. So the hen said, I use my sharp claws to scratch. Do you have sharp claws? So who said this? Again, a hen said it to the ducky. So we'll write hen to ducky. So children, this page, number 8 in the textbook. Now let's go to the next exercise. Exercise B. Write one word answers. So children, in your textbook, it's written answer the questions. Instead of that, we'll just write one word answers. And this will be in the textbook. So number 1. Where was Ducky going? Do you remember? Where? He was going for a swim. She was going for a swim. So here you can just write for a swim. Number 2. What was the rabbit doing? What was the rabbit doing? Do you remember that? He was hopping. So, rabbit was hopping. You can see in the picture there. Number 3. Where was the hen? The hen was in the farm. So, that was page number 8. Exercise B. Again, this will be in the textbook. So, children, exercise B continued here, page number 8. Number 4. What was Mama Duck doing? She was swimming. So, that's Mother Duck. She is swimming in the pond. Number 5. Name 3 animals Ducky met on the way to the pond. 3 animals. So, children, the first one a sparrow. Number 2 a rabbit. And number 3 a hen. There you go. So, the 3 animals, a sparrow, a rabbit and a hen. Again, this will be in the textbook, children. Now, let's go to exercise C. Write the opposites of these words. Again, this will be in the textbook, children. Number 1. Do you know what is the opposite of big? Let me show it to you. That's a big duck and that's a small ducky. So, the opposite of big is small. So, big we will write small. Number 2, up. What is the opposite of up? Oh, the cat is up and there the cat is sitting down. So, the opposite of up is down. Number 3, stand. What is the opposite of stand? Let's see. Oh, here stand and what is that monkey doing? Sitting. So, stand opposite of stand is sit. So, we will write sit here. So stand, opposite of stand, sit. Number 4, weak. Oh, this rabbit looks weak, but the bear looks strong. So the opposite of weak is strong. So we are going to write the word strong. Number 5, short. Do you know what is the opposite of short? Let's see. Oh, that's a short color pencil and that's a long. So long one. So short, opposite of short is long. So you are going to write the word long. Now number 6, bad. What is the opposite of bad? Let's see. Oh, that's a bad apple and that's a good one. So opposite of bad is good. So we are going to write the word good. So page number 8 again, children, exercise C. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Exercise D, children, page number 8 again. Find names of 8 animals in the word search. Again, this will be in the textbook. So children, there are some words hidden in this box and we have to find it. I am going to do 2 for you, which is there in your textbook, and the rest I have given you hint. Looking at that hint, you can complete this exercise. So let's look at the first one. Number 1, where is it? That's the word dolphin. So it's been already highlighted for you. So this word you're going to write in there. Okay, dolphin. Number 2, children, now. Number 2 is the word cat. C-A-T, cat, that is down. So I'm going to write it here, cat. Now the other 6 words, just a hint and you will complete. So let's see the first one. That is the first letter and it goes across. So you can follow that and you can circle it and you can write the word. That was number 3. Number 4, again, that is across. I can see something over there. It's the word monkey. That's a hint, children. Monkey. Number 5, tortoise. That begins with letter T. Now the other one, number 6, is rabbit. Begins with letter R. Number 7, duck, which begins with letter D and it will come down. And again the last one is horse. It begins with letter H, even that's down. So children, this will be for your homework. Let's go to the next slide. Punctuation, children. Now let exercise F. Begin with capital letters and end with full stops. So children, now every sentence that we write, it begins with a capital letter and will end with a full stop. You have to remember this always. You have to begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop. So children, do you think so the first sentence it's correct? It is not, because it's beginning with a small letter and there's no full stop in the end. So what are you going to do is, you will drop letter A and you will write it in capital letters. So that's capital letter A. Alia is a little girl. Alia is the name of a girl and it's a proper noun. So always begin with a capital letter, and in the beginning of a sentence you always begin with a capital letter. And I think I forgot something. In the end, what is that? A full stop in the end of the sentence. So again, Alia is a little girl. Number 2, she likes to play badminton. So again children, the first letter in this sentence is small letter. So you are going to change it into a capital letter. So S is capital. So she likes to play badminton, and in the end you are going to put a full stop. So children, now this was page number 9. We are going to do the exercise. This will be in your textbook. Now she enjoys reading storybooks. So here again you are going to begin with a capital letter. So she enjoys reading story books. S is capital, and in the end you are going to end with a full stop. Number 4, again the S is small here. So she also loves to draw and color. So again here S is small. You are going to write it as capital and you can just put a full stop in the end. Now children, in your textbook, you can write these sentences or you can just write the capital letter in the beginning and you can just put a full stop. If you have space, you can write these sentences again. Now, sentences children. A group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. A sentence begins with again a capital letter and ends with a full stop. Now let's see the example. Ducky looked. Where? Is that a complete sentence? No. So let's complete the sentence. Ducky looked up at the sparrow. So did you see I have started with a capital letter and there's a full stop in the end. So this makes a complete sentence. So let's look at the next one. My feet are. Does that make sense? No. Again, so you're going to complete it. My feet are very short. Again here I have started with a capital letter and have ended with a full stop in the end. Again, Ducky went into. Where? We don't know. So, Ducky went into the water. So, this makes sense. So, again here begin with the capital letter and end with a full stop in the end. Now, children, that was page number 9. We'll do the exercises. G. Match the words in the 2 columns to make sentences. You can match. How you are going to do is you can write the number next to the sentence that you completed. Now number 1, Ducky had. Ducky had what? Where it will match. So Ducky had, that is number 1, will match with D, that is Ducky had flat feet. So you can write number 1 over there. Number 2, she wanted to hop. She wanted to hop like a rabbit. So number 2, you are going to write it next to letter the A column. Now number 3, Ducky saw. Ducky saw what? It's B, a hen at the farm. So Ducky saw a hen at the farm. So number 3, you are going to write in the end over there. Number 4, Mama Duck was the last one. C, swimming in the pond. So Mama Duck was swimming in the pond. So number 4, that will be the last one. So children, this again in the textbook. Now rearrange the words to make sentences. Begin with the capital letter and end with the full stop. So this is again the example. So how I am going to do is, now let's do the first one. Was a little duckling ducky? Does that make sense? No. So you are going to number them. Now which word will come first? So ducky will come first, then ducky was. Was will be number 2, number 3, little number 4 and duckling 5. Now I'll read it for you. Ducky was a little duckling. Does that make sense? I think I forgot something in the end. What is that? A full stop in the end. And I began with a capital letter. So children, is that very clear for you? Now let's do B. Swim started to she. Again, this does not make any sense. So we are going to arrange in correct order. So what is the first word that comes? She started to swim. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I am going to arrange in the same order. She, I began with the capital letter, started to swim. The same number that I have given, I have written in that order. So she started to swim. So again children, number H, rearrange the words to make sentences to begin with the capital letter and end with a full stop. Ducky was going for swim. This does not make sense. So we are going to number them. So Ducky was going for a swim. So this will be in correct order. Now I am going to write the sentence down. Ducky was going for a swim. In the same order that I have written the numbers, I have put it. Only the rest all are correct. Only the last 6 and 5, they have been cross. So, you are going to put a first and then swim later. So, ducky was going for a swim. And you have seen here, I have started with the capital letter and a full stop in the end. Number 2, saw a sparrow sheep. This doesn't make sense again. So, what are you going to do? 1 is she saw a sparrow. So, I am going to write it, she saw a sparrow. Yes children, again in the same order that I have written, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, this again continued. Number 3, did not she have feet strong? Again, no sense at all. So, I am going to arrange it. I am going to put 1, she, did 2, 3, not, 4, have, 5, strong and 6. So, I am going to write it in correct order. She did not have strong feet. Yes children, now it is correct. Now, number 4, good feet are my so flat. Again, this is not in order. So, you are going to put it in order. How you are going to do it? Numbering 1, 2, my flat feet are so good. So, again here I am going to write it in correct order. My flat feet are so good. So, here again start with the capital letter and end with the full stop. Now, for children, for homework children, little duckling, you have to do exercise D, page 8 in your textbook, and exercise E, page 9 again in your textbook. Now, let us go to the poem, The Raindrops. Do you remember this poem? That is page number 12, exercise. So, exercise A. What happens when the sun begins to glow? You have to tick the correct answer. So, all these exercises will be in your textbook. So, number 1, what happens when the sun begins to glow? What happens children? The flowers begin to bud, it becomes cold, it rains, or the flowers grow. So, here you have seen in the poem the flowers begin to bud. So, that is the correct answer. That was page number 12 children. Let us go to the next line. Exercise B. Write one word answers. Again this will be in your textbook. What is falling from the sky? What is falling from the sky children in this raindrops poem? The raindrops, they are falling from the sky. Number 2. What sound do the raindrops make? What was that? Pitter, patter. So, it makes the sound pitter, patter. Number 3. What keeps the child safe and dry? What keeps the child safe and dry? What was she carrying? Even I had something in my hand that day, an umbrella. So, that was an umbrella, and that will keep a child safe and dry when it rains. So, next one. What are these people called? Fill in the blanks. Again this will be in your textbook. Now, a person who flies an aeroplane. Who is he? So, you know what is he called? He is a pilot. So, he is a pilot children. So, this you can write it in the blanks that is given in the textbook. Number 2. A person who mends shoes. So, children, let us see. Oh, he is mending the shoes. So, he is a cobbler. So, we are going to write the word cobbler here. Number 3. A person who bakes what? Cakes or pastries or bread. Now, let us see. Oh, he is getting for me. Should I take it? So, he is a baker. Baker. That is number 12, page number 12 in the textbook again children. Now, D. Tick the correct words to complete these sentences. Again this in the textbook. Number 1. We read poems to enjoy or to sleep. Why do we read the poems children? To enjoy or to sleep. So, we enjoy the poem. Number 2. Raindrops fall from the school or from the sky. They fall from the sky. An umbrella keeps me dry or wet. If I carry an umbrella, will it keep me dry or wet? It will keep me dry. So that was page number 12. Now D continued here. Number 4, when the rain stops, the sun blooms or shines. The sun shines. Number 5, buds grow into flowers or seeds. Buds will grow into beautiful flowers. So that was page number 13, children. Exercise D. Now homework, children, the raindrops. You have to do exercise F, page number 13, that's in the textbook. You can just color the boat. It's a beautiful boat, you can color it. So children, I hope you have understood both the exercises, the lesson and the poem. So children, thank you.